Wow, wow, wow. What a day. What a day. Hope you guys are doing great. It is a beautiful, beautiful day. And I don't mean it's a beautiful day just because the weather is great here. I know in Florida we've kind of got like a cold front moving through. I think the high today is only going to get up into I guess maybe the low 70s. But today is a beautiful day for a couple of reasons. Bringing on right now, and her name is Jennifer, and well, Jen, and she's had an amazing story by just simply being a a member of Currency Cadet. So how are you doing, Jen?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you great. I can hear you great. I'm wondering if you can hear me. It's kind of windy here in Florida. We have a cold front going through. It's only going to get up to about 72 degrees today.
Yeah, I got
So yeah.
warmed up quite a bit.
So I was just sharing with everybody how this is going to be like it's an amazing day because today you're doing something very, very special. And we were so glad to be actually a part of that, just watching it because a lot of times, and I got to give you kudos because a lot of times, depending on what you do in marketing and different things like that, people are actually say, oh, you know what, we're changing lives over here. And I hear that. I think it's an overused statement in network marketing. It really is.
Yeah.
Now, I love network marketing. I do, but it isn't really. We're basically guiding somebody through information in network marketing. And although we both love Melaleuca products and that direct sales model, that is our heart's company here. But with outside of that, I have a little company called Currency Cadets. That's not an MLM. That's not a direct sales company where I get to guide people through a process of basically not knowing anything about cryptocurrency. Crystal saying hey to you. I say hey to Crystal.
Hi.
But if you don't know the difference between a Bitcoin and a wood nickel and you just need some guidance, that's what we do with Currency Cadet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you a little bit. I'm going to let people know who you are, guys. And by all means, put everything that we do at Currency Cadets on the spot. Ask us a question. Just be respectful and not crazy. But I'm just going to ask Jen to share some of her experiences as being a member of Currency Cadets. So I guess the first thing, Jen, tell everybody who you are. Who are you? What do you do for a living? All that kind of cool stuff.
Well, hey guys, thanks Tony. My name's Jen and I'm a stay-at-home mom. Last year I just got into some network marketing and have found that I just really love it. I love just being online and communicating, connecting with you guys, and just basically share my weight loss story mainly and share how it's possible for everybody to do that and everybody can be healthy and they can do it on a budget. So that's kind of where my passion is. Yeah, and I'm really new to cryptocurrency also, by the way. This is this is not my forte at all, but I've grown to love it as well because we've really seen some great stuff happen with it.
Awesome. So, okay, so now people know who you are. They know that you're a stay-at-home mom, that you love network marketing, you love Melaleuca. So now let's talk a little bit about Currency Cadets. My company that I was fortunate enough that kind of was a labor of love because for those of you that don't know, I have a marketing company where I build websites and sales funnels and things of that nature. And anything digital media marketing whatsoever, that's what we do. And so because of it became a labor of love because I had so many friends that wanted to get involved with Bitcoin and I already had Bitcoin. So I kind of had a little private group together because I wanted to keep people from buying things that they thought was cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, but absolutely was not. So that's kind of how Currency Cadets was born. So Jen, what was it that interested you the most about Currency Cadets?
Well, just the education part of it, I think mostly because that's really what's most important, I think, to me is just getting the information out there and getting the right information. I mean, I was fortunate to have met you and come in Currency Cadets before I got bombarded with any misinformation or, the wrong facts or,
Right.
Potentially scams or whatever. So I'm very fortunate in that. But yeah, I love the group for its educational purposes and just the money making that goes along.
So we'll talk about the money making part of it, though. So this was a little bit different because I want to do this one with just a little bit of I guess a nuance, if you will, because you've had some very substantial gains, and your story wasn't even the big one from a percentage standpoint. But what I would love for you to do is let's talk about your story. So today is the big day for you. Tell everybody why.
Well, we have the keys to our new house. We are first time, yay, we're first time homeowners. And this is the dream of my husband for 14 years now. So we finally have the keys, and we're actually in the process right now of remodeling the house and getting it, to where we want it to be, new paint, new carpet. So we wouldn't have been able to do this at this time without Currency Cadets and the profits that we made. So that's the real of it.
Well, that's exciting. We won't go too much because you and I, we kind of bonded. You and your husband and your kids, you guys are awesome. I love your story. I'll let you tell that for another day because I think your story is still being made. It is absolutely amazing because of, where you were living and how you were living before you actually made some of the things. So if there was one money-making thing that you think that probably helped you the most, what was that one thing that kind of helped you get the education to make money with just by being a member inside of Currency Cadets?
Well, for me, I mean, it had to be working with you because without, working with you and communicating and stuff and being guided,
Aw.
I wouldn't have made anything because I've tried to go on, Protopia or whatever exchange and lost. I'm totally lost. And so I go back and I reference files in the group or I ask questions. And so that's really been, really helpful for me.
All right. So I guess out of all the strategies and ICOs and cryptocurrency and the different coins, like what has been your most fun? What was your most exciting game, percentage-wise? Not money-wise, but percentage-wise. Well, it was money as well, but what was your most exciting thing?
I think it was the Electroneum. The Electroneum.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, watching that go up and kind of do its thing. So that was a big one. Yeah.
Yeah, the Electroneum ICO was very, very, was a lot of fun because what we do a lot of times, one of the things that I do in Currency Cadets, for those of you who don't know, and we'll get right back to Jen, is that I go out and I evaluate different currencies, the white paper, the technical stuff, the development team, and, because there's a lot of cryptocurrency out there. They have a really good marketing campaign, but either they plagiarize some of their white papers or the coin is just a valuable coin for no reason. There's a ton of them that are out there that are like that, but what we did as a group is we kind of went through and I was giving everyone updates and different things like that. And I just want to tell you that the gains and the advantages that you had was it touched my heart because you did something with it. You went from a non-home ownership situation to in 4 months, you've made very, very great gains that any and everybody that was inside of our group could have done had they just participated in this particular ICO to make, the types of percentage gains over and over and over and over above what they initially wanted to invest. And it was about the education because one of the things that I try to make people understand is that I try not to give investment advice, but what I do is I try to educate you on the investment process. And I think that's a big thing. So if you, then this way, you don't have to pay you don't have to pay per transaction when you want to do something like other investment models that are out there. And I think those things are super cool. So if somebody said, okay, Jen, this Currency, what would be one thing that you would tell someone if someone would ask you about Currency Cadets? What would that one thing be?
That it's real. I mean, that it's genuine, like a real profitability thing. I mean, it's so many people are so close-minded, it seems, these days. And that's one thing about myself, and I think why we connected is because I'm open to learning. I'm forever learning. And so for me, I would just tell people, be open, because there's so much good stuff out there if you're just willing to hear hear it out and just educate yourself, and don't make a decision, like a yes or no decision, until you have all the information, because
Right.
you could be missing out on money, on freedom, choices, all those things.
Wow. And I'm not real big into mascots and stuff like that, but if there was a model, an exemplary type of Currency Cadets, because I love when you said that you're always learning, because that was where we got the word cadet from. Not that we have kind of an academy or anything like that, but we're always learning. I'm always learning. I try to do my best to put out an incredible amount of information, but I always want to make sure that the information is accurate, because it may not be the first place, but it'll definitely be the, if not the most accurate, right up there, because I want to make sure that everybody's getting good information. So What are you most excited about next? Like, if you had to say, okay, or not even that, what is your final goal? Like, you know, okay, I've got a goal for being a member. What would you like to see happen for you personally with Currency Cadets?
I mean, I'm excited about upcoming ICOs.
Yes, I am as well. We got a
Yes.
few in our group
Yeah.
that I'm going to be sharing with people, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Exciting. And I'm excited about just watching the rise of Bitcoin. Eventually the goal, and I know this might be a lofty goal to some, but we met the first goal, right? So we might be able to do it. We can do it. But the second goal is to pay off the mortgage. And whether we
Exactly
cryptocurrency or the right ICO or within, you know, years to come, I think it's
yeah.
So we're excited.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there was one. I think there was one out there. I'm sorry, I'm out. I guess the birds were going. I'm outside on my deck here at home because it's such a nice day. I didn't want to be cooped up inside, but and I see the shadows now starting to cast over the lens, so I could probably take these off and be good. But what I wanted everybody to understand is that, like, for an example, and this is a free one. If you're watching, this is a free one. There's a coin out there that's called Substratum. If you need some help understanding that, that's cool. We had an ICO in the group. I evaluated that coin. I thought it was a good coin. I educated people on the process so they could invest on their own if they wanted to, or they wasn't up to me. It was whether or not they want to do it. Coin went up to 84 cents at its peak. We got it for less than a penny. Some people in the group are kicking themselves for that. So you're talking about a $100 investment that right now would have netted you $33,000. So those things are super, super fun to watch people get in to understand those things. So gosh, you blessed me so much with your story. There's so much more that I have to let you tell it. I get so excited because I got to watch you over the 4 months of being a member in this group and watching your confidence grow and watching, you know, you guys' bank accounts, you know, grow and your holdings and your coins and diversifying your different things. So if you had to pick one thing that you want to add to what you've already done, what would that one thing that you want to learn about? What would that be?
Probably how to better forecast things, the dips and rises, you know, when to hold, when to pull.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty fun. Yeah, I'm just now developing what we have in our group called signal support, where I'll give someone a signal based on what I think is going to happen. They can do what they want to do with everything like that. So I don't want to hold you because I know you have the keys to your new home that you just bought. Yay! And thank you so much for allowing Currency Cadets to be a part of that journey and helping you do the stuff that you needed to do. And if anybody wants to find out a little bit more about what Jennifer does, being a stay-at-home mom and working within the direct sale space, and being a customer of hers with Melaleuca, she can talk to you about her weight loss journey. And what was it? Was it like 115 pounds that you've lost when you started your journey?
It was almost 80, actually. Yeah,
almost 80. Sorry.
My husband and I together, we were at over 130. So
wow, guys, she's a lady to go to if you need some help. So if you guys have any questions, just ask a question, fire it off, put me on the spot, put her on the spot. That's the reason why some of the introverts in the group, I'm still having to kind of pull their arms because they don't want to be put on the spot to kind of share. Let's see if I missed a question here. All of your friends and family are saying hey, telling you how beautiful you are, you know, and all those other kind of cool things. All right, well, it looks like if anybody has any questions, if you're watching this on the replay, just ask the question, and I will do my best to get the answer. And thank you again so much, Jen, so much for your time. Go ahead and get the painting and spraying and all that stuff in your new home. Congratulations again, and thank you so much for blessing us. And thank you for being an exemplary member of Currency Cadets. God bless.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.